what's going on, y'all? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And you're about to watch a little OTB LSU.
We're going to give you all the latest, greatest between LSU football, baseball, women's basketball, softball, and everything in between.
Bottom line, if you want to talk Tigers, keep it locked, subscribe, like it, and we hope you enjoy it. Hey, Fave, so look, we said it last week, felt good about it. LSU was going to dominate in the trenches. They do. They dominate the game because of it. Give us your breakdown of how the D-line played. Who jumped out to you?
I mean, brother, I think these kids are listening to us in the morning. Last Friday, we spoke about Davion Jones, and I think he really sparked it off up front for us. That's what I was looking for because he's shown us some presence in the run game. We wanted to see him get off in the pass. And Al Perkins, baby, I mean, he got some action in there as well. I liked his play. That's where we want him at, right there. You know, being able to make those decisions. I mean, to move all around to give us a better opportunity. And of course, Mekhi Wingo, man, he's just really solid. I'm performing the front, man.
Fave, hold on one second. Mar, maybe call back Fave for a second. I don't know what.
Be interested to see like what Mekhi Wingo's draft stock looks like.
I mean, imagine he'd be pretty good. What does he not have? He has the size. He has all the measurables in the weight room. He has great tape out there.
You know, because for whatever reason, like kind of always like reluctant, not us. I mean, we've been singing his praises for 2 years, but reluctant to kind of give him the credit he deserves.
I guess he doesn't have like the overwhelming stats maybe that some of these high pick interior.
Well, maybe like sacks, but the grade there is highest in the country.
Yeah, sure. Fave, what's up, man? Sorry, we lost you for a second. What were you saying about Mekhi Wingo?
No, I really think he's helping his draft stock.
Yeah.
I mean, he's solidified himself, in my opinion, as one of the top-tier linemen in our league, in the SEC. I mean, last week, he led the D tackles and tackles. I mean, he had a sack as well. Yo, we had 4 sacks last week. Yep. That's the Tiger defense we need to see. That was a challenge every week when we were in school, too. Like Coach Dunbar used to come up to us, or whether Coach Bellini or Coach Earl, and say, hey, guys, if everybody get a sack up front, that's 4 sacks up front. You help your secondary out tremendously, and it showed this weekend.
I've been impressed with Jordan Jefferson, Fave. I think coming over from West Virginia, you didn't really know what you were going to get. And every time he's been in there, and that's only 18 plays last week because they only played 50 as a defense, but he's been very impactful and somebody that now, like, you don't have to have Mekhi Wingo and Mason Smith play every play.
I agree with you, Hess. What I like about that more than anything else is the rotation.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about, like, think of this D-line last year. We watched Mekhi Wingo play almost 100 plays one game. We won't have to see that because you have guys like Jordan Jefferson that can rotate in and make some noise. And, you know, you still have Big Tank Guillory coming off the bench as well. So it's much more opportunities to make certain things happen.
Fave, last one on the D-line, then we can move over to other topics. But how did you feel about Mason Smith this last game? You know, still maybe hasn't had the big moment. How'd you break down his play?
I mean, he made 2 tackles last week. With guys like Mason Smith, you won't get a lot right away in terms of making big plays, jumping right back. What I like about Mason is that big body presence. I mean, he had like 1 or 2 tackles last week, but he was still present, and that's what really mattered. And wasn't getting pushed around, didn't get moved out of his gap. So when you're able to have him, and then the plays will come. They'll come. You know, somebody's going to try to run in his gap. You know, he'll make a tackle here. And like I was talking to him a few weeks ago for the alumni practice, I'm saying, hey, man, go into your toolbox of pass rush moves. You don't have to just maul a guy every time. You can finesse it. They're going to expect you to maul, you know. So play film games. That's what I used to like to do. Play film games like we'll play against Ole Miss. I'll put these set of pass rush moves. I'll bull rush the whole time and then come back and I'll finesse the next game. because when they watch the film, that's what they see. So just being as he matures and his football IQ gets better, he'll be a monster. He will, guys.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think, like I said, it's been an upward trajectory as he's kind of refined himself. I think he's going to be big this weekend. Fave, I kind of see a lot of the same this weekend. You know, I see an Arkansas team that is, I do think they're better than Mississippi State, at least offensively, but I don't know if I think they're good. And I see a team that can be exploited in the trenches for the second week in a row.
I'm with you on that one. I thought we did an excellent job going out there last year, but if you look at this season, they do have Jefferson active. He wasn't active in last year's game. He was hurt. So that's somebody we have to keep an eye on. And I just really trust the way our guys are playing in the trenches this time around. We were all a little nervous last week because obviously you had Florida State game, and then we played Grambling, so we really couldn't judge them. We needed to see solid SEC play, and they provided that against Mississippi State. So I'm with you on that one.
Big Fave. We got you, Fave?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got him.
Oh, am I going in and out again?
No, you're going.
You cut out for a little bit. Hey, Fave, you still got Singular Wireless out there? Come on, man. Upgrade that phone.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Fave, look.
Run out of minutes.
Run out of minutes. Come on, man. Go to the Sprint store. Hey, listen, I'm prideful from where I'm from. I know you're very prideful from where you're from as well. And I know you went to West Jeff just like Greg Brooks went to West Jeff. And so I know, obviously, that news probably meant something, maybe even a little bit more to you when you saw that come across the wire this week.
It broke my heart, guys. I'm close to his family, obviously. Hank Tierney coached his dad. So we would see Greg Brooks Sr. a lot at Shaw when he would come around. And, of course, when I transferred to West Jeff, the family was still around. So, prayers go out to Greg. Just a positive young man. Just how he impacted the guys around here on that team, like Ashton Stamps. He's been mentoring Ashton since he was in high school, working over there with Robbie Green. And prayers go out to his family. Miss Pat, his grandmother, when he first got to LSU. Now, you better be looking out for my baby now. It's just my heart and prayers go out to that family, man. It's been keeping me up at night the last few days. So I just pray he comes through fine and come back stronger than ever. But man, my prayers out to my West Jeff brother, him and his family.
Yeah, man. Prayers for three, certainly, and all the family, positive energy, everything, all the healing, Greg Brooks' way, Ray, and he told Brian Kelly he wants the boys to go get a dub, and senior, it's got to be so hard to kind of process all that as a young man, seeing your captain, one of your brothers like that, be in this situation, but you gotta try to honor him and what he wants, and that is for the Tigers to go do it on Saturday.
I have a suggestion for them real quick, man. Yeah. We did this back when Charles went down with an injury. We all wore the number 91 on our tape, so I encourage the defense at least to put the number 3 on their tape. Show some love. I know that would mean a lot to him and his family that they playing for him.
Well, Big Fav, I know they're wearing a decal, a number 3 decal on their helmet, so the entire team, I know for sure, will have that.
Praise God, man. Awesome, man. That's big.
All right, Fav. It sounds like we're pretty much on the same page here. I think Jaden Daniels is going to dominate. I think Malik Neighbors, Chris Hilton, the receivers, said to have another big game. I think the O-line, D-line's going to kick ass. Maybe the only thing I'm a bit concerned about is that secondary. What do you want to see out of that secondary this week that'll make you feel better about this defense as a whole?
I just want to see better communication. You can tell when the secondary is communicating on point, and everybody's just playing hard-nosed ball. The D-line, I feel, is going to give them the pressure that they need to give the defensive backs a better position to make plays. Yeah. Putting pressure on the quarterback, but we really will miss Greg back there. So I need somebody else in the secondary to step up and probably be that vocal leader. I don't know if it's a Major Burns, somebody of that nature that can kind of be that voice in that secondary. So I mean, you look at it from that, I think we'll be okay. This is us coming back home. We're going to have a nice home game against Arkansas. We're able to handle business away, so you'll have that energy out there. But That's the main concern I have, guys, that we communicate in the secondary.
Wow, Jake, what incredible takes.
I mean, those guys, they're just the best.
I think so. And if you think so, again, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications when we post every single day here on OTB LSU.